Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Failsafe, U.S. Global Command, turn 4.4. Alright, we will start off with escalation, increase the income, still basic intelligence of +7. So 28 and 7 is 35. That does surpass the DEFCON 3 threshold. So we are now able to move all naval, land, and air units without restriction. We can also declare war on one minor faction per turn, which we are going to do now. We're declaring war on the People's Revolutionary Front. That's right. We've had enough of the communists trying to dominate Central America. This is our hemisphere, and we're not going to take it anymore. But we'll deal with that in a bit. Okay, so tech. We're going to try long-range missiles again. We're putting 2 dice on that. We're also doing advanced air superiority fighters and advanced sonar. And advanced ASF is a 7. The other 2 are, no, long-range missiles and advanced ASF are both 7s. Sonar is an 8. Okay, so there's long-range missiles, and there is advanced air superiority fighters. We missed advanced sonar again. So long-range missiles is complete, and advanced air superiority fighters goes up to stage 3. Okay, so there's a look at the tech chart for everyone. I believe it is accurate. Okay, that's that. Get these out of the way. All right, next we have another insurgent in Central America here in Honduras. So we have to try and deal with him. Be the same thing as last turn. We're getting our free die from the advisor, and then we're purchasing 2 more for 2 IPP. So here we go. Looking for a 10. Well, there we go. We got one. So this time the PRF didn't get it done. So take him off of there. U.S. Global Roundel on Honduras, and place a single light infantry for the garrison forces. Now going forward, there won't be any more PRF insurgents because they don't have any adjacent zones left that are eligible. PRF can't enter Mexico. So that's that. Okay, next up, purchase, which is over here. There's purchase right there. All right, let's take these 2 off of here. They've already been explained. For military aid, we're buying a fighter for Pakistan for 6. We are going to finish the cruiser that was on the build chart for 4. Building an ASF for 8. A frigate for 3. An ASW chopper for 2. And the 5er is to advance the fleet carrier on the build chart from stage 3 to stage 2. That was all of our money. Okay, so now did tech. We did global operations. Now we're on to combat movement. Okay, our combat movement is all going to end up down here in Central America, as you might guess. So the first thing we're going to do is come up here to Great Lakes and get our strategic bomber again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into P71, where it will once again join up with the cruiser to shoot 3 cruise missiles into Guatemala in surgical strike. They are going to be joined by the fighter from the carrier that is going to fly seed. And they'll be joined by the F-117 flying out of Nicaragua. 1, 2 to get in there. Plenty of range to get back. Okay, so that's the surgical strike into Guatemala. Now, up here in Gulf states, we have 2 airborne. They're going to get in their transports and fly 1, 2, 3 spaces down here for an unopposed drop into Belize to liberate that from the clutches of communism. So 2 airborne in Belize. Not worth any money. All right, next up, the things are a little crowded down there. The amphib here in A33 is going to load 2 Marines, 1 from Gulf states, 1 from Southern United States. And it's also carrying the attack helicopter that's been on there from the opening setup. So it goes 1, 2 over here. We're gonna crowd over actually into the Pacific a little bit, but we can't help it. It's down here into P71 as well, where the 2 Marines and the attack chopper are going to participate in an amphibious invasion of El Salvador. So there's those guys and the attack chopper. Okay, also joining the attack into El Salvador, we're going to have 1 fighter on regular combat. We're going to have 1 fighter on seed. It's required in regular combat to have 1 fighter doing regular combat, non-air superiority. And for every fighter that you have doing that, you can assign 1 fighter to regular combat seed. So that's what I've got set up there. And then the A-10 from Nicaragua is also going in to join the attack, as well as the attack helicopter from Nicaragua. Since he's going 2 spaces, he's going to have to be in for the long haul in order to use combat landing to have a place to touch down. And then we're also going to take the airborne from Nicaragua, and it is going to join the attack as well. All right. I believe that covered... Oh, nope, they didn't quite cover everything. The frigate and the supercarrier and the cruiser being present in P71 does blockade the minor ports in Guatemala and El Salvador. And then we're going to get The frigate and the destroyer from A33, they're going to come down one space to A36. Well, actually, they don't need to now. So cancel that. That's not a combat move. Cancel that. They're still in A33. Because Belize and Honduras now belong to me, so there's nothing there for them to blockade. All right, I believe that's it. Nope, I forgot one. The attack bomber here on the super carrier is also joining the air armada to attack into El Salvador. Okay, just checking real quick. Yes, that is the end of combat movement. Okay, so W, you just go.
I'm going to bed, babe.
Okay. You be good then. Sorry, had to talk to the assistant chief of staff for a second. Okay. I'm not going to put all this on the battle board. I think we can handle it where we are right here. So let's get, we got, move him over there. There, I think we got everything we need in the shot. All right, let's get some dice. So the first thing we are going to do is the surgical strike into Guatemala. And if you remember from last time, the fighter on seed going in there gets a first strike shot at the SAM to try to kill. Oh, forgot to mention something. Sorry. Spy sat for the surgical strike into Guatemala, so that that fighter is shooting seed at full value. And the F-117 will also attack at full value. Okay, so here we go, the fighter on seed. That's a 1. That's good enough for a kill on the SAM, so it does not get to shoot anything. Okay, now we have 3 cruise missiles at 5. We've got 2 hits. Can you see them all? Yeah, 2 hits. And that's all we need. We'll go ahead and do the F-117 just because. So there is a third excess hit. So the 2 light infantry from Guatemala also go down. All right, now we will have the attack on El Salvador. Okay, so since I have, the way this works in regular combat, since I have a fighter on a seed mission accompanying a fighter on regular combat, the SAM in El Salvador loses its first strike ability for this attack. He still gets to shoot, he just doesn't get to shoot first strike. So, also, since I have 2 attack choppers going in here, each one can give a +1 to the Marines and the Airborne. So everybody there, instead of their normal 3, is going to be rolling at 4. The 3 specialized infantries. And the... No, I was wrong about that. Never mind. Okay, so we'll start with them. Doesn't really matter. They're all rolling the same. 2 Marines and an Airborne at 4. Okay, there's 1 hit. So let's get our marker die out here for 1 hit. Now we have an A10 going in at 5. Okay, there is a second hit. Now we've got a fighter. Wait, that air target select doesn't matter because there's only one. No, actually it does matter because there's the SAM. Okay. Fighter at 6. That's a miss with a 9. Now we've got 2 attack choppers at 6. Okay, that's a 9, but there's 1 hit there. So that goes up to 3 hits. He's got a total of 4 units, so we keep going. The attack bomber misses with a 9. Boy, them 9s are popular. Okay, that's everybody. The fighter... Wait, did the fighter shoot? Did the fighter shoot? Nope, I don't think it did. The fighter on regular combat hits with a 5. All right, that is the 4 hits that are required. Now, if somehow I goofed that up, we'll fix it. Okay, there weren't any target selects or anything, so the SAM gets 3 shots in return for 1 hit. So we will take a hit on one of the fighters. All right, and then we have 3 light infantry defending at 4. And they got 2 hits. Okay, so we're going to take the 2 Marines. The airborne remains to capture the territory. So take these guys off here. Take the roundel off. US roundel in there. Huh. He's stuck on there from Nicaragua. I didn't realize it. Okay, so the airborne gets in there to capture the zone. And we're going to go ahead and... Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Messing up. 2 paramilitaries there. All right. Hang on a second. There was 4 hits. The SAM was first. The 2 paramilitaries were second. And then 1 light infantry would have been hit. So there's still 2 light infantries in here. And the 2 paramilitaries need to have their defensive shots, which they missed. You can see that. Now you can see it. Those both missed. Okay, so now we got to go to round 2. So let's get A10 at 5. Okay, there's 1 hit. Now attack bomber at 7. There's 2 hits. That's what we need. I'm not going for overkill this. Well, let me go for overkill just in case. So 2 attack choppers at 6. They both missed. And airborne at 4. He missed. Okay, so we did get 2 hits. So now the defending infantry, they got 1 hit, which we're going to take on an attack chopper. So now that did the job. So now the American Roundel is in there. The airborne captures the territory. All right. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up there, but I think we're okay. All right, so now we go on to non-combat movement. So, up here in the United States, this SAM is going to move from central United States to northeast. These three next-gen MBTs are going to go 2 spaces up here to northeast United States. The SRBM will go 1 space to northeast United States. The destroyer and the frigate from A33 will go 1, 2, 3 spaces up here to A24. The fighter on ASW patrol in A19 is going to come back here and land in the Azores. There's that. Okay, over here, the strategic bomber is going to go back to Great Lakes where it came from. The attack chopper that survived lands back on the amphib. The fighter from Guatemala goes back to the carrier. The attack bomber from El Salvador goes back to the carrier. The fighter in the A-10 from El Salvador go back to Nicaragua. The attack chopper that hit in El Salvador lands in El Salvador, combat landing. Now I can get this guy over here. The F-117 flies back to Nicaragua. Those guys are spent, they come off. Now we have 1 port in P-71. The minor port for Guatemala is blockaded because of the presence of my fleet here. And I think that's it. Nope, that's it for over there. That's not it for non-combat. I got another one over here. The A-10 from Marmara is going to rebase to Lazio, party with the Italians there in Rome for a while. And the amphib here in I-10 is going in port at Diego Garcia. And I think that's it. Let me double check. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now we're placing units. So let's set the camera up here because I think this is where everything's going to go. The cruiser and the frigate built at the major shipyard here in A24. The ASW Hilo and the Air Superiority Fighter built at the major air base in Northeast United States. I'll show you over here. I've already moved the super carrier from stage 3 up to stage 2. And that's it for that. So now we do recruitment. That comes next. Get back over here to the dice tray. Recruitment for Pakistan. Looking for a 2. Missed. Okay, now we deliver Pakistan's military aid. The fighter will go to the minor air base in North Pakistan. There he is up there. Okay, now collect income. We are at 35. So $35. Oh, and we're at DEFCON 3. Move that up there. Okay, quick look at the income chart. I believe that is correct for everyone. Okay, Ozark Outpost, over and out.